What's up, guys? This is Farouk from the African Fighters, and today we're talking about boxing. Although sad news for the boxing fans, we've been craving for undisputed, heavyweight undisputed fight. But as it stands, the heavyweight fight is in major doubt as the federal judge, Daniel Westin, ruled in favor of Deontay Wilder, saying Deontay Wilder must have the third fight, the trilogy fight with Tyson Fury, and this fight must take place on or before September 15th, 2021, unless an agreement or a deal is reached by both parties. So that's the situation now, guys. So we're sad. So this is how every boxing fans feel at the moment. Just take a look at this.
You're joking. Not another one? Oh, for God's sake, I can't stand this.
So yesterday, we had the news that the judge ruled in favor of Deontay Wilder, and the undisputed fight is in a major doubt. The fight, labeled to be one of the greatest boxing fights or boxing bout in the last decade, is in a major doubt. And to be honest, we are really sad about this news. But for Wilder fans and for Wilder himself, this is a good one for him. He just brought Wilder back into the picture. I believe all along the deal was not signed by Fury team because they knew this case is still ongoing, so they want to get a ruling and before they proceed with taking the AJ fight. That is why you can see the delay and both promoters coming out to say, oh, the fight is on, the fight is not on. They want to keep the fight going. So that has been the case. So Dan Rafael of ESPN said this: it's always something in boxing. We are the worst abused fans in the history of the sport. So that's what he said. Dan Rafael is not happy. Boxing fans have been on this for a long time. We always don't get the big fight. Once we want the big fight, for instance, in the welterweight division, Arum Spence and Crawford, it's a fight every boxing fans want to see, but that fight isn't happening because of the politics of boxing. The two parties are not going to come together. They're not going to agree for the fight and all that. So, and this is second time. This is not the second time. This is not the third time. We've seen a case where Dillian White has been left aside and was passed on for a WBC fight when Dominic Brazil fought Deontay Wilder. So a lot of big fight has been ignored. But shout out to Matchroom boss Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is one of those promoters that put in the very best to make the big fights. He tried his full best to make the big fights, and his undercuts are very, very good. But it's not about Eddie Hearn today. This is not about praising anybody, but it's about what is going on in boxing, and it's a sad moment for boxing fans. So Eddie Hearn came out today with an interview. He did an interview with Matchroom Sport, and he said this. He said, "It's now completely out of our hands. Whether Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury happen next, he hopes." He said he hopes Fury team can find a resolution with Deontay Wilder, but confirm their plan B. They're exploring plan B. So Eddie Hearn is going for plan B, and the plan B is for AJ to face Usyk for the WB. Usyk is the WBO mandatory challenger. So if this fight is not going to go through, which is sad for boxing fans, and this also confirm what UFC boss Dana White has been talking about, that boxing is dead. In a way, boxing seems dead if we can't get the big fight. So Matchroom are going with an alternative. They're going to explore AJ fighting the WBO mandatory Alexander Usyk. So that's what Eddie Hearn said, and Eddie Hearn ended up following up with this, and he said, we were told by his team, which is Tyson Fury's team, Bob Arum, the arbitration won't be an issue and we could move forward with the fight. They were wrong, and that's on them. That's now their problem. We hope they can solve that problem. So the fight is in doubt. This is by Michael Benson of Talksport UK. So And the funny aspect of this whole thing is to tell you that this Bob Arum from day one knew the AJ Fury fight may not be possible. These guys already have a venue and a date for Fury Wilder 3. Can you imagine? So Bob Arum also revealed, this is by Michael Benson again, that Top Rank has reserved July 24th at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas for Tyson Fury vs Deontay Wilder 3. He said, "We are not paying Wilder to step aside. It is better to get rid of him. We can make Fury AJ for November or December." But I don't think I want to see that fight in November or December. Boxing guys, boxing fans, tell me what you know. Tell me what you guys want. Do you want to see the fight in August? I want to see this fight in August. We don't want any delay. Because what if Wilder knocks out Fury in the third fight? Which would be nice, but is there any guarantee that Wilder will come up and face AJ for Undisputed? We're not sure, because Wilder has not actually wanted to fight for Undisputed all along. Some people will say Wilder ducked AJ. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I'm not in there. I'm not the one putting out the documents, so I can't say if for sure Wilder ducked AJ. But that fight didn't even come to the table. Props to Fury, at least. There's discussion, there's venue, there's a date, there's contract on ground for Undisputed to happen. But Wilder never even entertained that. So what is the guarantee that Wilder AJ will happen for Undisputed in November? That's if Wilder beats Fury for the third time. So this is what we're talking about. So this is what Bob Arum is saying. So, but just hours ago, we got a news. There's a breaking news by Michael Benson saying Deontay Wilder's new trainer Malik Scott said Wilder declined and has no interest in step aside money. You all dealing with a whole different types of murder over here. He wants the blood. He wants the blood, not the step aside money. Retribution is upon us. So Wilder is coming out to say he is going to come out. He wants the blood, not the money. So he's coming for the third fight. So, and you can't blame Wilder in this situation as well, because although I want Wilder to take step aside money, but Wilder also wants, he can't, because this AJ Fury fight is going to be for a 2-fight deal. So if Wilder is taking a step aside money, that will make Wilder wait for a year. So Wilder wants to go back and get his belt. So, but I don't think anybody wants to see the third fight. I don't know. Myself, I don't want to see the third fight. Even if the third fight will take place not anytime soon. So I'm totally not happy, totally sad. So Wilder doesn't want to step aside money. Bob Arum already have a date and a venue for the Tyson Fury July fight. So and Eddie Hearn is annoyed, saying Bob Arum and his team messed up. He thought this situation would be resolved, not resolved. So what I would say, there are three cases now that can play out. If Wilder can be convinced to take a step aside money, let them pay him something big that will make him step aside and fight the winner of AJ Fury. Number one. Number two case, Wilder and Fury 2 move ahead, while AJ move ahead with the Usyk fight, and the winner of both fights meet for Undisputed. Second case. The third case, which is unlikely, and that was suggested by Johnny Nelson earlier today. He said Fury, since Fury is not interested in fighting Wilder, Fury should drop the WBC belt, make the belt vacant, and go ahead to fight AJ for the unified belt, for the three major belt. For me, which is it's 4 major belt, because people don't consider IBO, but I consider IBO as a belt. So for me, it's 4 major belt, and in that case, make Wilder look irrelevant, and that will be a savior for boxing. So AJ versus Fury should move ahead and fight in Saudi Arabia for the 3 major belts. The winner then go on to fight the title holder of the WBC belt. That's what I think should happen, and I think the third case is the most likely for me, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think the most likely situation will be the second case, AJ fighting Usyk and Fury fighting Wilder 3, because Bob Arum already have a stadium and a venue. This is messed up. Guys, I'm just going to go out and leave it like this. I'm not going to stress this video for so long. You guys have a nice day, and tell me what you think in the comment section. Please subscribe to our channel, support our channel. An upcoming MMA and boxing platform. We'll focus more on African fighters. We'll talk about African fighters. We'll talk about combat sport in general. So show us some love by subscribing. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, drop your opinion in the comment section. Bye for now.
Come on, Africans!